Today I'm bringing you guys something different. Normally I just jump right into the battle for the EGL League, or the EGL, but this week I'm doing a short team analysis prior to the battle. This week I'm playing the Dundee Delibirds, coached by Steven. They are probably the most feared team in the league. They're led by Tyrantrum, who has 11 of the 12 KOs from the past 2 weeks. I do think I brought a really good team to counter his though, so I'm just going to get right into it. So my first Pokemon that I decided to run was my Keldeo. Now I'm running Choice Specs this week as opposed to Life Orb or that I ran the past 2 weeks. And I'm running Hydro Pump, Scald, Hidden Power Fire, and Secret Sword. Now Steven's team really has nothing to take a hit from this thing. Probably his best counter is Slowking, and his best way to KO it is maybe Swallow, but besides that everything takes massive damage. I'm only running HP Fire for Scizor, but I think that a Hydro Pump will 2-hit KO it anyway unless he's running fully specially defensive. And I feel like this is a really good matchup against his entire team. Next I'm bringing my Thundurus T, who is running a specialized set basically made to counter and to hit as hard as it can with instead of running Timid that I usually run with my Scarf set, I'm running Modest, so that the Grass Knot has a pretty good chance to one-hit KO his Hippowdon if he decides to bring it, and it also does really nice damage to Slowking, although I would be going Thunderbolt against it. Also I'm running Scarf in case he gets a Dragon Dance up with Tyrantrum, in which I can hit it really hard with Grass Knot, because it has really bad special defense. Next I'm running my Weezing, who is really just meant to set up spikes and basically would be my hard counter or hard check to Tyrantrum if he happens to get a Dragon Dance off. It'll still do a lot to Weezing, but I think I can live. I think it 3-hit KOs me, so I'll be able to get a Will-O-Wisp off. And then I have my Jirachi, who's there to really just to hit hard against most of the Pokemon that he brings. I'm running Draco Meteor in case I need to really nuke something, but I'm just running a calm mindset where with Psychic and Dazzling Gleam, it should hit most of his team for at least neutral damage, some for super effective. I'm also running another Scarf Pokemon in Tyranitar, and he has Pursuit to trap things like Slowking and Gengar. I'm also running Scarf in case he's running Adamant Tyrantrum with the when he does Dragon Dance, I'll be able to outspeed, even though I don't have anything to hit it super hard. Crunch should do enough, not to knock it out, but to get good damage for another one of my Scarfed Pokemon to hit it for good damage. Then I'm running another Choice Pokemon in Rotom Heat. This one I'm running Trick in case I go up against his any of his slower, bulky Pokemon that don't rely on hitting hard, like Slowking, Mandibuzz, Hippowdon, and Mesprit. So when they want to go for like a Stealth Rock or something, I'll trick them into whatever move, and then I'll probably either get like a Leftovers or a Rocky Helmet or something like that, and then I can hit them hard with Overheat, Shadow Ball, or Thunderbolt. I'm also running and then I can also outspeed a lot of stuff with this specialized set. I think this still outspeeds or comes close to outspeeding Tyrantrum. I actually might change that because I do want to hit that the mark of 243, but I don't know. But yeah, so I'm running 4 Choice Pokemon with only Keldeo being Choice Specs. I can basically nuke everything with these Pokemon. Like I'm really running like hyper offense with a Hazard setter. If he runs Hazard Stack, I might be in trouble because then I'm gonna be making a lot of switches. But a lot of these Pokemon can hit hard either way, and they're really fast, so they outspeed almost everything. Really, I don't plan on setting up too much, even with Jirachi. I plan on, if I have to bring it in, I'm probably just gonna go straight for a Draco Meteor, unless I actually have a chance to set up, which would be against not many Pokemon. And I also use this to get super effective hits on certain Pokemon. So I think that's it. I think my team counters his pretty well. I don't think I'm gonna have too much trouble with his Tyrantrum. I might be caught off guard if he brings in Swellow or Cacturne. I don't think they have a great matchup against my team, but actually Swellow doesn't do anything against my team, but Cacturne might. I expect Slowking, which I can hit hard with, I would say 3 or 4 of my 6 Pokemon. Mandibuzz is not really an issue at all. I have a lot of Pokemon that hit it really hard. Gengar, I plan on not speeding it with almost everything unless you're on Scarf, and at that point, I don't see why you would run a Scarf Gengar. But I cannot speed it with 4 of my I think, yeah, 4 of my 6, or 3 of my 6 Pokemon. Excuse me. Keldeo only outspeeding it if it's running Modest. And then Scizor, I'm running fire moves on a lot of my Pokemon. Like Thunderbolt will do a lot. HP Fire, I'm pretty sure with Specs will one-hit KO. Flamethrower from Weezing will do, I would say, 85% at least. And Fire Blast from Tyranitar, it won't KO, but I think it'll do a really nice amount to the point where I can revenge kill. So I'm running 4 fire moves, or yeah, four fire attacks, but I think that Scizor will not have any, will not be doing very well against me. Entei, if it's running Scarf, it could be troublesome, but I outspeed it with a lot of my Pokemon, and if it's locked into certain moves, I can definitely revenge kill it, and it won't be doing too much to Weezing. And then Clefable, I'm running Specs Hydro Pump will do a lot to it. Sludge Bomb will do an insane amount. Stab Sludge Bomb from Weezing will do a crazy amount. Jirachi it doesn't I can't set up on it if he's running Unaware, but it still does a lot to it. I wouldn't be bringing in Tyranitar, but even Rotom Heat counters it pretty well, because I can't really do too much to Rotom Heat. So that's my team. I'll be right back with the battle in a couple minutes. Now I'm against Steven, and this is basically the team I expected him to bring. Honestly, I really think that Keldeo has an amazing matchup right here. Like, it hits everything so hard, it's not even funny. Even if he runs fully special defensive Slowking, it still hits really hard. Now, I think that actually, I don't know if I should lead with it, but it does have a really good lead matchup against basically 5 of his 6 Pokemon. I don't really expect. I mean, he might switch into Slowking afterwards with like a double into my Thunders, but or I'll just fire off a Hydro Pump, which should hit ridiculously hard. So I'm gonna lead with Keldeo. I mean, it might not be too smart to lead with it, but I think that it's still alright. So I'm just guessing that this is T-Wave Stealth Rocks. It's my guess. I think he's gonna T-Wave right here. I'm gonna go into Rotom Heat. I think that after that, then I can trick something into Choice Scarf. Hopefully I can trick this into Choice Scarf. He goes from Moonblast, which does nothing. So I'm gonna trick it. Hopefully he brings in something like Slowking, which would be amazing. That would honestly be an amazing turn for me. Yeah, he brings in Slowking, so that's really good for me. Now he has Choice Scarf, and I got Leftovers, which is amazing. Now I think he's gonna fire off a Scald right here. I think I can just switch into I can hit it with Thunderbolt. I think it'll outspeed. I don't know if it'll outspeed me now, but I don't think Thunderbolt will hit it that hard. And he doesn't have a switch into my own Thunderous's Thunderbolt, so I can go into that. So far, I've had a pretty good start to the match. Yeah, he goes for the Scald. He gets the burn, which is pretty unfortunate. But now I think I can just go for a Thunderbolt, and I don't think he can 2-hit KO me right here. And I think I can 2-hit KO him. It is gonna suck if I have to sack this off. Hopefully he switches out into something, which then I can 2-hit KO everything on his team really. Goes for another Scald. I should live it. Now he doesn't really have a switch in. He might switch out into something and get the Regenerator. He doesn't really have a good switch in though. Maybe his own Tyrantrum, which then gives me a free switch into whatever I want. Most likely Keldeo. So I'm just gonna find another Thunderbolt. He doesn't have a good switch in. I guess his best switch in would probably be the Clefable or his own Tyrantrum, which I don't mind because I should be able to revenge kill. Yeah, he goes into Clefable. So that's definitely fully specially defensive. I think that right now I can go get up Toxic Spikes, which actually helps a lot, especially since it puts his Tyrantrum on a timer. Yeah, I think this is Unaware, fully specially defensive. He's gonna switch out most likely into his Slowking. That is Scarf though, so it's not gonna be doing too much. He really can't bring in anything else. Yeah, so he goes into Slowking, which is fine with me. I'm just gonna get in my second lair, so that basically puts his entire team on a timer. I was actually expecting him to go into a Gengar. I said Slowking, but Gengar would have actually been a much better. Okay, so he goes for Safeguard. I don't actually know what that does. Safeguard. That's interesting. I'm gonna look it up. Pokemon. Sorry if my computer's slow. Prevents Alice non-volatiles. Okay, so he can basically switch into something. I don't know if that blocks Will-O-Wisp or not. I think he's gonna go switch into Tyrantrum right now. This is gonna be a really risky double if I decide to go into Keldeo. But I think it's my best play. Yes, that is awesome. That's so good for me. That is honestly, that's amazing. So I'm honestly not too sure what I should do right here. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go for Hydro Pump, even though I can miss. I really think he's gonna double into Gengar or his Clefable again, or his Slowking. So I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. He goes into Slowking, which is fine. I'm just wasting the Safeguard turns. That actually did a good amount. I think he's gonna go for Psyshock or something like that. I'm gonna go into Will Wayne again. No wheezing. I think I'm gonna double out after. He's probably gonna go for Psyshock, which I should take really well. He goes for Thunder Wave, which I don't mind because that's really doesn't do too much against me. No, I think he's gonna switch out again. At this point, I think Keldeo can do work. I don't think he's gonna go for T-Wave again. He might try to double into something. I think that's what he's gonna do, yeah. So I don't mind this too much, even though he does add speed. He can't one-hit KO me with anything, and this is his fastest Pokemon. So now I'm not gonna give him a free switch into anything because he has I have Toxic Spikes up. I really don't think this can one-hit KO me with anything. Maybe if he has Psychic, but I think I'm gonna double into Tyranitar. So that's good. Now I can hit it with a Crunch, I believe, which should do a good amount. I don't think it'll kill, but I think it will do a good amount. It does suck that he's getting these. He probably will power me right here. I don't mind. I get a free Crunch off. He does Safeguard, which at that point doesn't really matter. Now, the problem with this is now going to Tyranitar. And I don't have much that can stop that. I don't know how much 2 punches are going to do. I think they're going to do a decent amount, but I don't think they're going to fail. So he might be able to set up. But I don't think he's going to want to get. I don't think he's going to try to go for 2 Dragon Dances. Just based on the chance to get the defense drop. I also have Weezing that can do pretty well against him. It is pretty unfortunate that so he goes into Tyranitar. I think he calcs to see how much he can do right here. I can't burn him right here. So I think he's gonna go for a Dragon Dance. I will outspeed him after so he's gonna go for the sweep right here. Unless he's max speed, I will outspeed him right here. And then I think I can go into Weezing because I don't think he can one-hit KO me. I really think he's admin right here. I really do. So he is Jolly, which is bad. Really bad. So I think I may have just lost, I'm not sure. I'm going to go into now. Go for Sludge Bomb. He might be able to 2-hit KO me. I'm fully stuck. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to. And I get powered, which means that I probably at this point, yeah. If I had hit that, it probably would have done at least done at least 30%. Maybe. Less justice. It didn't really do too much, but at least now I might have a chance. Goes for Zen Headbutt, which that's fine. So he's Life Orb. So if I can, I think I'm gonna go into Rotom Heat because it's not doing too much, and then I still might be able to win with Keldeo. I think I can. So I'm going into this. It will, and he does have the chance to miss. He does have that chance to miss. So I'm not gonna be taking this for sure. But that being said, I can still hope to hit it. And he doesn't have Safeguard, so everything's gonna be getting toxic now, which is really good. He goes for Head Smash. He does hit, which is fine. Now, I imagine he's going into either Clefable or his Gengar. So at this point, I think it would be alright to go into my Jirachi. He goes into Entei. That was a good play by him. I don't think I can take one. But if I get rid of this, I do have a decent chance. It will rely on me hitting a lot of Hydro Pumps. I don't think I have enough Hydro Pumps to actually win. I'm gonna drop the Draco. Goes for Sacred Fire, which doesn't kill. Doesn't get the burn though. I think that he might be Scarfed. Let's go for Psychic. Yeah, he does KO me. If it's Scarfed, that's really bad. I probably lost. I still have. I have to just rely on hitting everything. Did I ever hit his I didn't hit. This is Specs. So my Thunderbolt on his Clefable. I don't remember where it was, but my Thunderbolt on his Clefable really it did 40. So Hydro Pump would probably do enough. I might go for Scald though, just because I don't know. I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. He goes for E-Speed. It does a good amount. I think he can just go into Gengar and hit me with a Shadow Ball. I'm pretty sure. Fortunately, I think this is gonna be our first loss, unless he somehow chokes, which I don't think he can. I really don't. It's sort of unfortunate. There weren't too many hacks in this game at all. I think that he just KOs me right here. He has Sludge Wave. It doesn't KO, but then he can just BP with Scissor. So I'm making it a little bit closer, but really there's no point. I don't think I can one-hit KO Scissor, and I'm 100% sure he's going for Bullet Punch. That was a good game. I felt like he played really well. I felt like his Tyrantrum did way too much work. It would have been really helpful if I was able to keep my Thundurus. It would have been really helpful if I was able to keep my Thundurus. And that didn't really work out. If I did, I probably would have been able to outspeed and done massive amount of damage to his Tyrantrum. So he was prepared for Gastron, which might have actually been decent to bring. Although now that I know that, I don't know. It would have actually been able. I wouldn't have expected the natural grass natural gift. I'm pretty disappointed. I feel like I should have done better against his Tyrantrum. I feel like I was prepared for it. I feel like I did the best I could to try to beat it. I feel like I made a lot of really good plays. That thing just took out way too much of my team. I don't know. I thought it was alright. I think that I'll be able to rebound next, but I think he's probably the hardest opponent in the league. I think that he has the best team. So yeah, that's